Hello everyone, I am back. OZZYDUDE is back. Hello. So guys, welcome to my first film review, Assassin, starring Danny Dyer, starring as Jamie, the ruthless killer for hire, and also Gary Kemp and Martin Kemp, the Kemp brothers, who star as the Gangland brothers, who hire Danny Dyer as one of their main mercenaries. So what I'm going to do today is literally do for a bit of a plot, and then talk about IMDb, which is like a film industry, what they rate it, and what I just think's best as well. So yeah, so a bit of a plot really. So if you don't like spoilers, do not watch this video. I dare you, do not watch this video if you do not like spoilers at all. So yeah, beginning of the film, basically Danny Dyer riding his bike. His signature is basically he's always wearing this helmet when he's hired to go and kill someone. So basically, he goes to be a delivery person, pretends to go and deliver a parcel, ends up killing someone who owns a nightclub. So yeah, straight away he goes to meet the brothers, Martin and Gary Kemp, who play Lee and John Alberts, who basically have been who decided that they're no longer criminals, but they're actually gangsters. They've been, apparently from the police, they've been clean for the last 20 years, which they haven't. So in this case, Danny, whose character's name's called Jamie, he's been hired to kill someone called Mr. Boyd, who's basically a building inspector. So obviously planning permission, where the brothers wanted to build a new club, where someone else wanted to build something for the West End, like clubs, new theatres, new dinner halls, everything. So yeah, it's quite an intense thing. So basically, Jamie goes to kill Mr. Boyd, and when he's at the club, when he's surveying his target, he's literally is watching Mr. Boyd, but he turns out he sees one of the blonde girls whose character's name's Chloe, played by Holly Weston. Really good actress, actually, really good in the West End. I think she starred in, if I remember correctly, she starred in one of the many musicals. I think it was Wicked, playing one of the characters at the back, but I'm not 100% sure myself. So yeah, so basically, when Chloe and her friend Alex go get supplies from some dealer out in the streets, Jamie comes along and defends them from the dealer, and Chloe runs after Jamie to walk him home and feel comfort from him. So yeah, basically the next day Jamie goes towards Mr. Boyd and ends up killing the guy, and obviously afterwards Jamie goes around Chloe's place. The police turn up and basically discover that Mr. Boyd is actually Chloe's father, who they have not seen who haven't spoken to each other for about 7 or 8 years, which is a long time, from their point of view. So from their point of view, the Albert brothers actually hired Jamie to kill Mr. Boyd. So with him out the picture, the other person who they had on the payroll would actually give them the planning permission to build their new nightclub. So basically, once Chloe found out her father had been killed, Jamie was then hired by the brothers again to kill Chloe, because obviously they were digging too deep into their criminal underworld, and decided, they were using offshore accounts from the Cayman Islands to pay off Mr. Boyd, who actually had an offshore account with the Cayman Islands as well. So basically, once Chloe found out with her roommate Alex, who's actually like her best friend since the age of 8, basically they found like a document. So Chloe confronted the brothers, and obviously what happened was the brothers asked Jamie to go after Chloe, which is, yeah. So Jamie's starting to feel a conscience. He does have a conscience. He is human. He has emotion. Yeah, he was about to kill Chloe, but unfortunately he didn't. So he told Chloe to, right, we're going to go hide in another house in the southwest of London, and obviously his friend Mark would come around every day and provide supplies and food and look after Chloe while he ties up all the loose ends. So basically, Jamie goes back to go and see Chloe's best friend Alex, who she grew up with, and basically go to the police to report that she's missing, which she isn't. Obviously they're pretending, and then Alex disappears altogether. Wow, quite a few people joining this group. Hello, Reese. Hello, Reese. So yeah, Alex goes back to the flat, and then Jamie goes back to go and see Chloe. But unfortunately, the brothers have sent one of their henchmen to come after Chloe. So Jamie ends up killing the henchman, thumbs up, raise hello. Ends up killing one of the henchmen, and then Jamie sends a warning to the brothers, saying, okay, if you don't come after me, I'm going to disappear with Chloe, and I'll ensure that she will stay silent about what she knows. So basically, what they don't know is that they both disappeared down to Brighton. So Chloe and Jamie disappeared down to Brighton. One of the brothers is actually terminally ill, so I think it's Gary Kemp, John Albert's character, is quite ill. So he's suffering. After a few months, Jamie's working at the Brighton Pier, one of the funfair parades kind of thing, and obviously Chloe's just working from home, doing like admin work and all that stuff. So basically, eventually, Chloe decides, you know what, I'm going to call Alex. I haven't spoken to her for such a long time. And then all of a sudden, Alex turns out the blue from when Jamie and Chloe return from a night out in Brighton. So basically, afterwards, Alex gives the brothers back their money, because obviously it was hush hush money, to say, if you tell me where they are, they will. I want them to come back and tell me where they are, and I'll pay you money to let me know where they are. So yeah, Alex gave back the money. Alex ended up getting taxed by one of the brothers. I think it was Gary Kemp again, because obviously he's quite ill. Like his character John Albert was quite ill. So basically, his brother Lee, which was played by Martin Kemp, held him back. And then afterwards, what happened was they did find out they were living in Brighton, and they sent someone on a motorbike to go and kill Chloe, which they did by a shotgun. So yeah, that was quite dramatic. And all of a sudden, Jamie decided, you know what, I'm going to go back. He went after Alex, killed Alex first, because obviously for revealing the truth to the Gangland brothers, and eventually it led to open public shooting in a pub. Basically, Jamie did not have his headgear on, his motorbike helmet. So yeah, basically killed him without his signature helmet. So usually he hides himself with his helmet. But this time he's removed his helmet and killed Martin Kemp's brother Lee Albert in plain sight. And next character was John Albert, so he killed one of his henchmen literally there and then. And afterwards he puts John Albert's out of his misery. So at the end, what he does, he goes to police and confesses to the murder of Mr. Boyd, what happened to Chloe, what really happened with the brothers, and obviously how he'd been a killer for hire for the last 10 years by them. And obviously, in this case, the main story is really he broke the rules of his profession and fell for a beautiful young woman. But obviously, because the Gangland brothers were because he hired him, the Gangland brothers hired Jamie to kill her father, he broke down and he actually turned against his criminal employers, which is kind of, you know, in this kind of case, the kind of thing that we've got here is murder, love, actually human emotion, really. So obviously something a little bit different. I know it wasn't a long film. It was directed by J.K. Alamo, I think I can't pronounce that right. And obviously it was just a classic British film which the UK film industry financed themselves. Hello everyone, we've got quite a few people joining my chat. Hello, we've got Reese, hello Georgia, hello Peter, hello Matt, quite a few. There's about 4 people watching. Wow, cheers guys. So I know, yeah, Saturday night. So yeah, looking on the website, I would say IMDb, like most people basically reading the reviews and everything, they rated it 3.8 out of 10, which I think was a little bit unfair, because I know it's quite a short film. It's about an hour and 22 minutes, but if you get bored, but to be honest, it's quite an interesting film. If you get into it, it's quite fast paced, but at the same time you get to know all the characters quite quickly. So yeah, themes are basically about gang wars, about Gangland brothers promoting hired killers. Obviously it's about murder and love really, and obviously deciding where his loyalties lie, and his loyalties lie with the woman he fell in love with, and they're no longer with his employers, which is wow. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, instead of him not feeling as a human, he's actually fallen for someone that actually likes him for him, you know. So yeah, IMDb rated 3.8 out of 10. To be honest with you, Danny Dye is a fantastic actor. I mean, he's been in many things. I mean, classic thing would be like Vendetta, which he did a few years ago, and I remember one of his earlier films he did, which was The Longest Yard with Vinnie Jones, the ex-footballer, and obviously Jason Statham as well. So yeah, I would say my review, my Aussie Dude marking out of 10, I would say, 5 out of 10. I would say 5 out of 10. It's one of the films I recommend to watch when you've got spare time. Nothing, just something out of the blue. Nothing you would actually say, oh, do you know what? I'll watch that tonight. So yeah, Assassins, you know, classic British film. Something we don't often see a lot these days anymore, because obviously it's all like, it's always like massive franchises, massive box sets, and the films just go continuous. Like, let's say if they did do one, Assassins 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there's no point. Nothing like Marvel, DC, or anything like that. So I'll probably say this film, straight down the line, is probably say a night in, maybe with a pizza, beer, glass of wine, or whatever you decide to do. Just relax, and that's kind of the film to watch. Just something to sit back and enjoy the reality in, really. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed my review. Does anyone have any questions? I mean, I've got 2 people watching me live at the moment, so thumbs up to everyone that's watching, and thank you for everyone that's been joining me so far. So does anyone have any questions at all? Right, okay. Thank you, David. Mean Machine, thank you. Yeah, The Longest Yard was... Thank you, David. The Mean Machine. So, yeah, Mean Machine. And obviously the other one was called The Longest Yard, so I completely mixed those two up. I do apologise. Cheers, David. Thank you very much, mate. So, yeah, guys, I recommend to watch it. So, basically, thank you for joining me so far. Stay tuned and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's building up. I'm back. I'm doing a film review every couple of days, maybe a week max, before my next review. So I've decided my next film review is going to be based on 2 films. One box set called Sherlock Holmes, starring Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law. So fantastic actors. To be honest, I've seen the first one. I haven't seen the second one, called The Deadly Game of Shadows. And you're going to love this. You are going to love this. One of many people's favourites, and I keep on hearing it, The Wolf of Wall Street. So for everyone who actually loves that film, I am going to do a review on The Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah! And obviously starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Jonas Hill. So guys, stay tuned in. Thank you for joining me tonight. Have a good Saturday night out, or whatever you're doing. Have a relaxing Saturday, have a chilled Saturday, have a good evening. And thank you for joining me. This is OZZYDUDE signing out now on Saturday the 21st of January. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Guys, thank you for the support, and I shall see you all soon. Have a good evening. Bye!